Welcome back to the 4 p.m. specials. I am admin Jimmy, joined by the one and only Mishchuff. The Johnny Blaze is MIA at the moment. Don't know where the cuzzy is. Haven't heard from the bro, but I'm sure he's around somewhere. He might just drop in any old time soon. But until then, the show must go on, and me and the Mish will keep it rolling. So we'll just get straight into things. Actually, before we start, I've just asked the Mish bro, did you do your power ranking? Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. So I think at the end of the potty, at the end of the 8 games, we'll have a look at other things we want to bet on and our power 8 rankings for the NRL. So the first game is tomorrow night, Knights versus Manly. Now I went through this morning, bro, and I picked out all the lines in that and the prices, and already the prices have changed. So I went back on, and the Knights has changed 5 cents, only 5 cents, but still. Knights at $1.80, Manly at $2, the lines at 1.5, the total is at 34.5. Turbo's out. Tolu Kula is in at fullback. Manly come off a big win last week against Canberra. How do you feel Manly's going to go, bro?
Oh, the Tommy T effect there. I think the last couple of years, I think I've seen about 10 or 14 games to about 20-something losses when he's not playing. So I think it's the opposite when he does play. So I think I'm Newcastle at home too. Always got a good crowd up there. So we're probably looking at Ponga anytime, and Newcastle just head-to-head, and that's paying $4.11. Ponga's probably due for one. Yeah,
I've been feeling the same way about other players who are due. I was trying to think of any time try scorers in this game. I keep going back to Bradman Best, but he's got to miss out 1 week, doesn't he? So I did stay away from that. But one thing I wanted to talk about was the Knights. They're coming off a hard loss against Cronulla. They got smoked, and I feel like Barnett is a bigger loss than what people think. I think he's like the enforcer of their team, and without them, when they're down, there's no one really to pick them up and put on a shot or have a hard hit up in that. I still think the Knights get it done. So I've gone Knights 1 to 12 into under 40.5. That's paying $3.50. I think they Manly lose points without Turbo, and the Knights are going to try and grind this one out. Then we're off to Redcliffe again. We're back to Redcliffe, temporary home of the Warriors, New Zealand Warriors. We've got the Warriors at $1.90, Cowboys at $1.90. Got the line at 1.5, which I don't understand when the odds are even. The total's at 36.5. Adam Fanua-Blake out. Drinkwater starting at fullback in place of Hamisel Tabuai-Fidow. How do you feel the Warriors went last week, bro, compared to the Cowboys?
Warriors went all right. I think they just really didn't know how to finish that game off. Put the foot on the throat, but it's probably their better game so far this year. I think completion rate was back up, and defense was pretty good, I thought. So it's probably been the best thing this year is their defense. So Cowboys, even though they had a hard loss, I sort of liking the way they're playing. I think they look hearty and they're giving it a go. So I'm probably looking at either team by 10 or less, $1.76. I really can't pick that one.
Yeah, bro, me too. I struggled with this one. I I think Adam Fanor-Blake's a big out for the Warriors. He's he's the big part of the engine at the Warriors, and without him, I think we're gonna lag a bit of go forward. So even
Also,
though he's sorry.
There's also Tavanga as well. 2 weeks.
Oh
So that
yeah. So Tafanga's out. I think Murchie comes in, and Surin. Is that right?
yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and Penny. Yeah. So it's still a toss-up, I reckon. Cowboys looked a bit worse than what they were just because of the 3 sin bins. I think they're feeling a bit of the heat. So either this week or next week, the sin bins might calm down a bit, and they might be a bit more lenient on high shots and cannonball tackle, which I don't think is a cannonball tackle.
It's a bit of a mess now, eh?
Yeah. Right, if you're just trying to wrap the legs, if you're not actually coming in like shoulder shotting below the knees,
More on the force, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's fine. Even like those hip drops, they're a bit rough too, but I see I don't know, I see both sides of that, but I still think they're rough. I think last week's sin bins for Broncos are rough, but
that's all you could do back in the day to the big dudes, eh?
hey, bro,
swing around them and drop down
and trip them up.
That was my only chance.
Yeah, hard, bro. But fucking, those are the rules until media changes their minds. Anyway, bro, I missed out on the Warriors last week. Then I'm back to Broncos. This week I'm gonna jump into the Warriors. I do think Sean Johnson can be the difference. Jesse Arthurs, he looks up for it, I reckon, every week. So he's impressing me. I went Warriors just head to head into the overs, which was $3.50. For some reason, I like UNA to score a try, which is $4.50 on its own. Combined for the jam is $9.50. So that's Warriors to win overs, total score overs into UNA at $9.50. Then same.
One's going to be wearing a shot from Uncle Hiku, aren't they?
Oh, bro, aren't they? Oh, bro. Uncle's going to be, bro, that's my jersey. Then we go down the highway to Brisbane, down to Suncorp to watch the Broncos versus Roosters. Broncos heavy outsiders at $4.50. Roosters $1.20. The line's at 13.5. Total at 38.5. The Broncos, bro. I can't see them scoring points, to be honest. And the Roosters run amok last week. Bro, thoughts on the Broncos?
Yeah, it's just pretty much the same old sort of thing, wasn't it, from them? Just really just lacked that finesse, like just they're getting down the field all right, and then just couldn't, finish it off. They almost looked more threatening, back closer to halfway, then 20-30 out, they just didn't really offer much, I don't think. Own worst enemies, so yeah, that line's pretty strong. Like the Roosters, probably not that big, so only 5.5, but I thought they looked a lot better last week. Probably the better game. I thought they got a lot straighter in attack. I think they just had too many options, and they're just sort of going side to side, and they seemed to straighten up a lot better last week. So I think Tedesco will get one as well. That's Tedesco and Roosters minus 5.5 at 246.
Nice. Yeah, he's another one who's due, isn't he? So yeah, I just can't see the Broncos scoring points, bro. They won't be. I don't think they'll score any, to be honest. They just lack creativity. I think the Roosters are just going to run a mark 13 plus. I got them at into the unders, under 38.5. into the informed centre in the comp, or one of 2 or 3 informed centres. Joey Manu, anytime. That's going to give you $7.50. And then we have the early Saturday game. Weird to see the Storm at this time, but yeah, I don't know, it's just strange. But Canberra is paying $4. Storm paying $1.25. The line's at 12.5. Totals at 40.5. Storm far too good for any bottom 8 side, I think. Thoughts on Canberra last week, bro?
Yeah, no, disappointing. I thought after round 1, I thought they might be back, top 8 contender, really pushing that top 4 again. But no, I mean, something's just not right down there. Sort of pretty much since what's his name, the English fellow left.
Bateman.
Yeah, he was their one, wasn't he?
He was, bro. He was.
They just haven't been the same. I think just another team probably lacking a good half as well. They just sort of don't really have any direction. So I just can't see. I think Melbourne will run them a few tries as well. So I've got Pappenhausen and Xavier Coates both anytime at $2.77. They just, you're almost back to those two for every game, I reckon.
Chucking the line there for an extra $1.90.
Oh yeah, what's the line?
12.5.
Oh. Yeah, 12.5. Maybe even just slightly lower, but yeah, they probably bump it up to about $3.50, $4. So.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's supposed to be sunny down in Canberra. I don't think Sydney's going to be sunny this weekend, but bro, on a Saturday afternoon, it's cold down there, but it's a fast track, bro. And if it's fast, the Storm are going to run amok. Pappenhausen is going to run amok. I was in the same sort of thought, like, so I went Storm 13 plus, and here's where my the guys due come in. I think Oldham's got to be due for a meat pie, bro, and I think it's going to come this week. And I liked that left edge, so I'm going to go Kenny Bromwich, bro. I think they're just going to strip him like they did last week, and he's going to be a greedy fellow and go in the corner and not give it to Meany like I wanted him to. And for that you'll get $14.50. So I'm all about the value this week, bro. I'm going for value. Give a bit of a different perspective, and yeah, fuck it, let's go. Let's try and win some money. So yeah, these are no multi-builders, bro. These are outright same game multis. Try and get your bonus bet back if they don't come in. Then we're off to where's this one? ANZ Stadium. We've got Souths at $1.28, Dragons at $3.75. The line's at 9.5, totals at 39.5. Bro, the Dragons, they seem like they're middle of the table, could break the 8, but they just getting too many yellow cards, bro. It's just hurting them, and they need to stay in the park, and I think they'll win games. What do you see happening here, bro?
Yeah. How much is Jaden Seward paying to go to the bin?
Oh, man.
I thought he's been unlucky this year, to be honest, though. He seems to be like one of those guys. He's moved from a bigger club or more successful club, and he's just not getting the rub of the green anymore.
Yeah.
Just the way it seems. He's been unlucky, I think, a couple of times. So, yeah, I'm sort of like you. I think the Dragons have got potential, but man, they just seem to drop out of games, though.
So the Simbins, though, yeah. Like, I think if the Simbins, do you reckon?
Yeah, but I mean, almost as soon as someone goes to the bin, they just sort of, that's their excuse or something like that, sort of buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, most some teams doing pretty well. Sometimes this year they seem to be holding in there all right. But yeah, they just seem to lead on a big flurry. But yeah, I think this Dragons have got hope. So I've just taken Rabbitohs -5.5 at $1.57. You could probably add Alex Johnson in there anytime.
He's paying $1.57.
So he scores more often than not. So
yeah, what a bump. What's that? $3?
yeah, it'd be around $3.
Yeah,
Probably $2.70. Probably Cody Walker possibly as well. So
yeah, right. He's been in form the last 2 weeks. I think Cody Walker been playing really well. Look, I like the Dragons. Just like for some reason, I'm not going to pick them, but I just maybe it was the way they played the Warriors. I don't know, but I thought they played well against Penrith as well. Penrith, I think, got smoked by the Sharks. And I did miss the Eels game, but obviously they lost there as well. I don't mind that line that you had, and I should have gone after that, but I might still will. But at the moment, I've got Bunnies just to win head to head at $1.28, and I think Latrell's due. Surely he's due, bro. $2.20. People have been talking shit about him, and that's when it turns up, isn't it? It's fucking.
He's just like a great English type player, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
He's too good to like. You can't leave him out of like an Origin team or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because he'll turn up for that stuff, you know. Yeah, I think if you can get a little bit more out of him, he's a top 5 player in the comp, isn't he?
Bro, does he need drama? Does he need a bit of drama in his life to spark him up? Like,
yeah, he almost needs someone to taunt him early in the game or something like that.
Yeah, and then you'll fire,
Even if it's like your own, if you're one of his fans, though, just go down there and get behind him, chuck the other team's jersey on, and
yeah, bro, stir him up. He might come over and punch you, though. Is that worth it?
Yeah.
Especially if they don't win. And then we're off to Robina. Seabus, is it called? Seabus Stadium?
Seabus.
Seabus. The boss. We got the Titans at $3, Eels at $1.39, line at 7.5, total at 39.5. It's a rematch of round 1, which the Titans blew, in my opinion. They should have won that one, but they didn't. The Eels have kicked on since then, and the Titans have, I don't know, slowly shown their hand and revealed that they're not it. But they have potential, don't they? They can score points, except for against the Tigers.
That was the shittest game I've ever seen in my life, last week. It was horrible.
Oh,
I was trying to have some interest in it at the game, but man, it was a hard watch. Started thinking about bedtime, man.
Yeah. Look at that time. But you did tout the Eels at the start of the year as premiership favourites, and they do look good. I'll be interested to see your power ranking at the end, but before we get to that, bro, how do you feel about the Eels, and what sort of head start are you giving them?
Yeah, I think they're looking pretty strong, I mean, started playing a bit more flair as well, so yeah, I think if they can stay a happy team, they're a chance. I don't think they'll drop too many games this year, and they might get through the Origin period without too many players out. So yeah, I think they can kick on. I did take the Titans plus 14.5 at $1.44. I'm not too sure on that now. I sort of like the probably total points overs.
Yeah.
39.5 at $1.90 is probably a better bet.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, if I'm looking at it, bro, I can't go past, bro, just the Eels with a before the win. I like the overs. If anyone's watching this, I'm just making making bets on the fly. But someone I've been impressed with, bro, is Wanda Blake. Even though I was impressed with the Gold Coast left edge, and I still am impressed by them. I still think they can score tries down that edge. I thought actually David Fafita moving over there would have been good, but obviously
They
he come
almost
across
put
the
a
line.
target on that side, I think.
Yeah, right. They must have watched the podcast.
They seem to be, setting
Oh,
up a lot earlier.
yeah, they've seen my post. So that put together, bro, Eels to win. Wonga Blake to score anytime, and the overs is at $3.20. So real back the risky bets, and yeah, bro, I think it's not bad. And then you're talking about the Eels being happy. I think the Sharks look like the happiest team in the NRL right now, bro, and they are flying. I love the way they play. I think they look great. Tigers, on the other hand, are probably the saddest team in the NRL, but
Oh,
I do see an upside to them. I'll probably get to that after we go to you. Thoughts on the Sharks, bro, and how they've been flying so high lately.
they just seem to play a lot of energy. Everyone's just pushing up on the ball, both sides. And it just seems they got runners out on that edge, both sides. Hard hitting forwards, props. Middles look solid. They're just all round threat. And two pretty solid wingers. So just, all round good team. But I think a lot of it is off back of Nico Hines. Just seems to be playing a lot of energies, playing both sides of the field. Halves linking up. Yeah, they're just, you got threats everywhere. So I'm iffy on them. If he was to get injured, I think could be a downside, but yeah, they're guaranteed in the 8 now. I think pretty much there's enough players in that team. I think even Moylan's seems to be back to his better form. So just I think they'll score a few tries on Sunday. So I've gone Nico Hines again anytime, $3.49. So
Has he come down to $3.49?
yeah,
I think he was $5.50 that last time you tipped him, bro.
yeah. So
Wow.
I think once they start running in a few,
Oh
I think
yeah, I forgot.
he'll get one
Yeah,
for himself.
it's the Tigers. Which is a surprise when you look at my bet. I'll just go over my bet first, and then I'll come back to the Tigers. I've got Talakai. Like I said, a surprise. He's at $2.30, bro. After last week, he's just a damaging runner. Surely he's going to score again. Into the Sharks 13 plus, into the unders under 40 and a half, I think it is. I just think that I'm hoping Sharks don't score more than 40, but I don't think the Tigers will score any. I think another thing that it's been happening with the Tigers, which is a bit of a theme, is that Tigers been dragging down the standard of other teams' footy. Like if you look at the Titans game, the Warriors game, the Knights game, the Knights did run away with it, but I don't know, man. The Tigers can just pull you down into.
Draggy.
But it doesn't matter because, like, when you got Nico Hines, like you said, bro, who just knows how to control the game. I think Morton stepped up.
It's almost like teams think they're gonna just walk through them. So I think teams just probably a little bit expansive with the ball in that,
right.
Instead of just beating them up first and then finishing them off.
Yeah, well, that's what Cronulla did to the Knights last week, wasn't it? They just kept on turning up. If they dropped the ball, they would just smash them on defense. I think Cameron McInnes coming off the bench is a huge impact. I like the way he's playing. Quick play the balls there, like off the charts. But yeah, bro, like you said, the whole team is just smashing on defense and running hard for 80 minutes. They're impressive. Back to the Tigers. I think Jackson Hastings will be back in a couple of weeks, which I think is a massive in. I should have researched this before we came on, but I think Adam Dewey, once it's them two, 7 and 6, I think they can turn it around and at least be not a top 8 side, but a 9 to 12 and look to be improving for the next year.
Yeah.
I think they really can change.
Yeah, sad as it is, I think Luke Brooks needs to be moved on. I think he can find a better home, and I think, like you said, I think the Jackson Hastings, Adam Dewey combo is the way for them.
Yeah,
I think it's just too much weight on them. I think there at the Tigers.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see him at like Canberra, St. George. There's a few good clubs he could just, I think, push him on. Even in the Bulldogs, I think it would be a better match. It was Flanagan Brooks swap talked about.
yeah. No, I even think the Bulldogs would be too much for him. He needs like how Brett Finch. Brett Finch went to Melbourne. I mean, probably everyone. Yeah, where he's got Munster, controlling everything, or like someone big name like that, where he can just chill. I think. But back to the Tigers, I think Jackson Hastings and Dewey will bring more excitement. They're keen to get out there and play footy, bro. Where that fella looks like he's thinking too hard, and then he doesn't think it throws offloads when he needs to fucking apply pressure. But good player though. He'll find something. Yeah, so that's the bets for that week. Tigers. What can you say? Brings us to the last game of the round. Oh, it's another beatdown, I think. Dogs at $7, Panthers at $1.10. The Lions at 18.5. And the total at 41.5. What are you looking at here, my bro?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Bulldogs might be an improvement this year, but same thing. They're just really lacking options on attack. I think it's all pretty scripted. I think.
Yeah.
You sort of got Edo Carr out there. He's not even getting the ball out there. So yeah, I got Panthers 13 plus, and Tylan May anytime try scorer. I just can't see that being much of a game. It's the later game on Sunday too, so yeah.
not many viewers, maybe just Penrith fans.
Yeah, it's paying $2.05 for that combo, so yeah, I can't really see Bulldogs offering too much.
No. If I could add to that, bro, it would be because I pretty much got the same, except I've got Panthers to win both halves. I don't know if that's going to bump it up much. I'm looking now, but with the Dogs, like, you're saying they're lacking. Like, right, if they get a penalty, like on the opposition 10, they need to kick it back to halfway, bro, and start from there.
Yep.
Because it's just not happening down there for them, bro. Like, once again, I was listening to another podcast, bro, where Ice was talking about them, Isaac John, and he was saying that, they go the short side, and then Pappy's like already read the play. Once the ball got to the winger, they got a 2-on-1. Like the Bulldogs can't even strip you down the short side and get on 2-on-1 on attack. They're getting a 2-on-1 on defense, bro, which is it's fucked. But Bro, I might just add Isaac Targo to that. Tango Targo. Bro, that's going to get you $3.75. But man, you could chuck Crichton in there again, I think. $7.50. I think they're just going to run amok. Was this just chuck Kiko in there just to see what it does?
Kick out as well. Yeah.
That'll get you $19.50. Bro, I'm not mad at that, bro. That's a good bet, I reckon. So yeah, that's the Dogs. I don't know where the Dogs are going to go because they've pretty much got their best team out there, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. They're just like you're saying. I feel like they'll be one of those teams you'd be comfortable defending with a man in the bin against. You know, they just really they work to the post and they just fly off to the other side. There's no coming back or just it's all pretty scripted.
Yeah.
Guys taking hit ups when they shouldn't be taking hit ups. You know.
Yeah.
Just sort of no game plan there.
I think a lot more teams are going to be doing the short dropouts too from the line dropout, goal line dropout. Sorry, I think there's going to be a few teams going for those, and I think it's going to pay off. So,
yeah, it makes sense to me. Like, yeah, even if you can get it like Reynolds was, landing out on the 20. In that day, you're probably only 10 meters back from when you end up most dropouts anyway,
Yeah.
And saves you running up halfway up the field. So
yeah, but then you also only need one marker as well, so you got another player in the line. Your fullback can join the line, and if your halves are as inexperienced as the Dogs' halves are, they're not going to be looking for your fullback because I don't think these two were. They weren't like eyes on Pappenhausen, even though Pappenhausen's everywhere. They needed to be putting in grubbers where he wasn't. But yeah, hopefully onwards and upwards for the Dogs next year, because it won't be this year.
yeah, got a few good signings coming. So Pickell,
Reed Marnie, bro, is the big one for me.
Yeah,
they need a lot better service out of dummy half. Now that being said, we're 4 rounds deep, and I feel like the ladder placements are starting to take place, and we're starting to see the cream rise to the top. So the boys thought we'd put out a power ranking. You want to kick us off with your power rankings, bro?
Yeah, so I originally had start of the season Para at 1, but I've seen Penrith just juggernaut really. So at the moment for me, they're the strongest team in the comp. Got Para second. Storm looked like I wasn't too convinced after a couple of rounds, but for me, they're back up, pumping even with players out. And then I got Cronulla 4th. I feel those 4 teams are well above the rest. And then I got Roosters 5. Newcastle, even though they're not going too well, I think they're still pretty strong. And then I got Rabbits. So 6. And then I still got a free for all after that. It's Titans, Cowboys, Warriors, Manly. So pick and choose out of that lot.
Yeah. So I think the big one for all 3 of us is Manly's dropped down quite considerably. I've actually left up the Roosters. They're coming back in. Uncle forgot about the Roosters, but so I've got the same thoughts as you. Until Penrith get beaten by the Sharks, they're number 1. I think, man, it's just. I think the other teams, if they beat Penrith, I still feel like Penrith's number 1, but I've got the Sharks at 2, bro. I think they're the second best team in the comp right now. I'm enjoying watching them play. I think they look the happiest, like I said before, and I think that makes a big difference. Now they're all gelling well and they're all loving their footy. Then I've got the Storm in 3rd. still feel like they can lose games, but like I don't feel like they're unbeatable. But they've won games, you know, they won enough to still prove that they're up there, bro. So they're third. And then I got the Eels. I think the Eels look good. Really good, actually. Scoring points. They're probably the best attacking team in the comp. You know, by a thin margin, not by, you know, not way out in front, but oh yeah, they can score tries, score points. I like, no, actually, this next run of teams are not too high. And I got the Bunnies, and then probably the Roosters. Then I got the Knights, and then I'm the same as you, where I'll pick the Cowboys and the Warriors because they're in the top 8 right now and they've won 2. But the Dragons could probably turn it around. Manly could turn it around, but they still haven't. Busiest thing about this though, Bunnies are they? I think they're 13th right now.
Yeah.
But we've both seen enough, obviously, that they're.
I just think they've had some harder games, and what I've seen of them, they still look strong to me.
Yeah.
There's potential there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at their Melbourne game, they came back very strong and they're 1 point away from winning. They smashed the Roosters.
They've had a grand final rematch. So, no.
Which was penciled in, wasn't it, bro? That was penciled in on Ivan Cleary's calendar. He's gone week before. I just rest the boys. Nathan's probably due back round 2, but I'll rest the bro. And we'll just come in there and give them the beat down. Well played, Ivan. Very clever. I like that. Paid off. So yeah, bro, it's fucking a week of beatdowns, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you feel about another like perfect 8 round here, bro? You think you got the perfect 8 round?
Well, it's just probably the couple of games like I can't decide on. So yeah, what Manly does against the Knights and play the Warriors Cowboys game. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure on the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a 5 or 6 pick round, I think, at least.
I think the correct margin's going to come in handy here, isn't it, this week? Because I think there's going to be a few people who could pick the same teams. Any other sports you'll be looking at this weekend, bro?
Not a lot, really. It's a good race on. Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Star-studded field. Have to stay with my man, probably Zaki.
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, it's very elegant or Animo. So my mate Jewis is in there, but
Trifecta, Cornella.
I'll get on probably box 4 of them in a trifecta there. Got Zaki, very elegant, Animo. Blind pick the other one. Probably Montefiore.
Bro, there's a good race after that too, bro. What is this race called? This is race 9 at Randwick. We've got J-Mac on Colette, Lighthouse, Jamie Carr on Lighthouse.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lighthouse.
Ice Bar for the big win last week. Karen McAvoy, third, sorry. Runner well, good race. That one wasn't like $21 place, was it? It was a huge outsider last week, I think. Anyway,
yeah.
Karen McAvoy on it. Shout the bar. Nashville Willers on Shout the bar. Then what else do I see? We've got Fangirls there, I think.
Oh, $12.
Ooh. And what about this horse Yonsei? Yonsei all in there. It's like, look.
5 6 in a row.
Oh. All right. John Allen scored a horse. So that race looks good too, bro. Tomorrow morning we have more Champions League. I think Bayern Munich taking on Villarreal in Spain. They're paying $1.55. Right. And it's whenever they play, bro, if you're not on Robert Lewandowski anytime goal scorer, bro, you just don't know. You just don't know football. I swear he
Those
scores.
got
Yeah,
got
every
notification before from Score. They said he scored 12 goals in his last 8 games or something. So
Bro, he's a machine. Bro, he gets robbed every year at the Ballon d'Or. I don't know what their problem is. Bro, he's the only guy in the Poland team, bro, and he gets them in the World Cup all the time. Maybe not the World Cup, bro, but he gets them through so many games. It's unreal. Another big game, bro. Chelsea versus Real. Who would you back in that one, bro? It's in Stamford Bridge.
I'll probably go Chelsea, but
Yeah.
Chelsea or a draw, I think. Good result for Liverpool this morning, too.
Smashed them, bro.
Lucky they took away the away goal rule. That'd be over.
Oh, bro, they'll be finished. Oh, is it in right now? I thought it was next year they brought it in.
No, they brought it in last year because of COVID or something.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, nah. It's over for them anyway, bro. They're not going to Anfield and from Portugal.
Yeah.
Bro, they're just it's cheat codes, bro. You got Robertson and Trent Alexander at the back on your wings at the back, and then at the front you got Jota, Mane, and Mo Salah, bro. These guys are cheating. That's the front three of doom. But yeah, bro. If the game was in Madrid, I would take Real with Benzema to score. But in Chelsea, they're the reigning defending champions of the Champions League. And I don't know, bro. They're a weird team. They come up with goals from nowhere. There's not like stars like Liverpool have, or Real Madrid have, or PSG. Bro, yeah.
I've seen the Lakers have been eliminated.
I did see that, bro. There was a
Bit of a messy year for them, wasn't it? Just the team wasn't it?
Not it, bro. Anthony Davis is not the guy. Well, he might be. He has a gun, but man, there's some big guys out there playing much better than him. Yeah, that's big though. Because you only have to make the top 10, hey?
Yes. So they had to play in, but
yeah.
I think they've lost the last 10. I think they're 3-7 or something. So Pelicans and that have just jumped up and gone past. So
the Pelicans.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, hey? Fuck.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna let doesn't matter anyway, bro. They get eliminated straight away anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Nets. The Nets are at 9th or 10th, so they're just going to sneak in. But
wow.
Biggest threat at fucking 9 or 10. So crazy.
Wow. Right, that is nuts. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of other sports that we want to chat about. Oh, actually, the UFC, bro. We've got the UFC on. We've got Alexander Volkanovski fighting all the way from Wollongong. He is the guy. Where are we? I'll just bring up those odds right now. He is fighting against a Korean zombie, Chung Sung Jung. Alexander the Great at $1.11. Korean zombie at $6. I think he wins it. I'm not sure how, but I think he wins it easily, like a landslide. Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan fight for the featherweight title. Aljamain won it by what was it? A DQ. Peter Yan kneed him on the ground, I think, or Yeah, I think he kicked him on the ground or kneed him on the ground. Aljamain's been talking shit like he's the champ, like he won the thing. Bro, he's at $4.65. Peter Yarn at $1.17. I think Yarn's is gonna smoke him. But here's my money bet here, bro. Comes up Jemiah versus Gilbert Burns. Bro, comes up is I think they said he's been hit 6 times, bro. 6 times in 3 hours of fighting, like 6 fights, been hit 6 times. Gilbert's tough though. He is mean, but I reckon you can go for round betting. Comes up to win in the first round at $2.62. He's just that new fucking champion. What else? Big shout out to Jarzinho Rosenstrike too, fighting on the card. He's fighting Marcin Tibura, who is tough. No more Aussies or Kiwis on there. No, that's it. Yeah, I guess that'll do us for another week. The bro Johnny didn't turn up, but I'm
He
sure.
picked up that multi, didn't he?
Yeah,
This
he
afternoon,
did, bro.
so
Oh, he might be
no
on the
doubt out
piss, you reckon?
celebrating. Down Culture
Yeah.
Kings,
Yeah.
all the bolo.
3 new hats, couple new tees, pair of shoes. But yeah, fucking, we should just get him to post the result up on the page. Follow along on the page. You'll see Johnny there somewhere. Too much, bro. Thanks for joining me.
All right, man.
Have a good weekend, bro.
Yep.
Fucking, the boys.
We got taking the bet, aren't I? So
Oh
bring it
yeah.
home.
Yes. Fucking good luck with the bets, bro. Your time to shine.
Let's go.
Yep. Bro.
All right, mate. Catch you later.
Keep forgetting how to find